The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He'll keep it himself. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Auburn doing business in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
8th play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Singleton. Touchdown, Tigers. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback Wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for room. It's Haynes. At the 35, he's loose. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Had to throw it before he wanted. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. This should be the last play of the quarter. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Might be changing the route. The toss to the outside. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. You can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Nice job by the quarterback. Hey, the defense is going to let your big tight end be wide open like that. You will take that throw all day long, and they do for a big game.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Singleton.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. If you want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets 1. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Ripping through the defense. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, Dave, if I were allowed to have you push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. He's got it. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Haynes.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might as well give it to him again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Michigan.
And the Wolverines will go for it here on 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Wolverines! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the boot, looking for his man. Unleashes one. Got his man. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play by this defense. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And this one splits the uprights. And they've regained the lead. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and put the yards over there.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pre-firing. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically.
He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, there are times a quarterback and receiver just have the unspoken language. He's lined up to the left side. He's looking down. There's nobody in the middle of the field. The quarterback kind of just winks at him and says, I'm throwing you this post. You go get it and go score a touchdown. Man, that is exactly what happened.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball. That's
caught. It's Simmons. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Power football with the run. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you can tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been.
There he goes. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep it.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final play of the quarter coming. Leaves it with the back. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter.
With the score, Michigan 24, Auburn 17.
It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. He'll pull it on the read. Turning it on. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the offense is trying to attack the middle of the field. They're looking to hit that in route, but really good coverage there by the defense.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. It's Moore. Gets it out across the 40. Stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. The give to the back. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Unloads it left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Throwing right. And that incomplete pass caused by the a big hit on first down, second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put it.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.